Hello everyone, Bjorn Strong in the Arm here. Welcome back to my lighthouse on the AMF Collab server. Standing here in the living room, which is also my bedroom. But if I kind of look down like this, and yeah, I know I'm staring down at you, but forget me and look behind. You can see right up to the top, and I love that. I love that look, that sort of concentric circles heading on up to the center there. I think that I just enjoy looking at it a lot. But anyway, so we're here and we're going to be working today on a storage room in the basement. You know, this basement is still unfinished and I want to put in some storage. I got some ideas for how that's going to go. So that's going to be the project for today. But before we do that, we have got to fix some issues elsewhere. So I was back here a few minutes ago at that pumpkin and melon farm that we put in a few weeks ago. So let's head on over there. All right, here it is. And as you can see, there's pumpkins and melons down there. They're not getting broken. They're just chock full. And there's no cart running around picking stuff up. And this is just a mess. So what's going on? Well, I'll show you. What's going on is, well, two things and three things. The third being I can't walk. But yeah, look, it's we are missing a redstone block that should be there running this etho hopper timer. And it's just, yeah, it's not working. And this is not the first time I've seen this happen on this very farm. I've fixed it before. I've come in and found, in fact, once I came in and found that one of these piston arms has disappeared, and there was just a block, and there was like this piston head. Oh, and you see that piston kind of vanished there for a second. So let's take him out entirely. There we go. And we'll take him out entirely too. Because, yeah, we're going to have to put in a totally different kind of clock to make this work. And that was also a really long period for that clock. I'm not sure who put it in, made it quite that long, but that's way too long. We don't want that. So let's come down. I'm going to need, I think, 2 more comparators and 2 more hoppers. So I hope I have them kind of sitting around here. I've got the stuff for the hoppers. I don't have the comparators. I have some in my ender chest. Let me just grab those things and I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and pull this guy out. Now, the way that an etho hopper timer works is you've got that piston going back and forth that latches or locks hoppers, so the things can only go in one direction. And then they, you know, when one of the hoppers is all the way empty, it releases that piston and that block moves back, and they can fill the other direction as well. So the kind of timer we're going to put in runs on essentially the same concept, but instead of locking the hoppers with pistons and a redstone block, it's going to lock them with other hoppers and the item kind of going back and forth in them. So let's see. The way I want to do this is, I think, put right there, and we'll put a couple of torches on each of those. And then we'll have comparators, running into those two more blocks right there, and then 2 hoppers running into each other like that. And we'll just put 1 item in this hopper down here. And it's going to cycle back and forth. And you see, as it goes back and forth, it's going to, you know, go back and forth like that as well. And then we'll have these 2 more, yeah, I didn't mean to kill him. Anyway, 2 more hoppers facing into each other. And then as that light goes back and forth, that is going to take turns locking these hoppers. But if I can place it, there we go. Those hoppers will then take their turns locking this one, and so it'll slow that whole system down a whole bunch. So let's go ahead and put, I don't know, let's put maybe 2 stacks, I guess, 2 stacks and 10 in there. And that should give a, that should give this clocking. And so as you can see right now, that torch is on and that torch is off, and this thing's filling up. Once this is all the way full, that will be all the way empty. This will go off. It will then kind of loosen this to let its thing out, it'll come into here, and then the process will kind of cycle back the other way. And the really nice thing about this particular kind of clock, trying to do redstone and talk at the same time, you know how that goes with me, it's not really a good idea. But anyway, how it goes with this kind of clock is that there aren't any pistons, it's all hoppers, and so it's just not going to get glitched. None of Minecraft's buggy kind of glitchy piston things is going to cause any problems. So that should work. I still can't climb ladders. I wasn't in the right spot. All right, let's try to get across. That should work. Let me just kind of keep an eye on it. So yeah, once that gets all full, we should see all these pistons go down and pop back up. So let's just wait and watch. Excellent, it's working again. Now the second thing we got to do is we've got to get ourselves a minecart and start it running down the track. And not a cauldron, a minecart. And I hope this is going to work. This minecart had, ooh, look at that, jumping around. Oh, not just any old minecart, a hopper minecart, Bjorn. Remember what you're doing. So I gotta go ahead and add a hopper in there as well. Wow, yeah, a little derpy today, a little derpy, but we'll be all right. So let's just break that track right there. So when he comes around next time, he'll just get stuck. We can pick him up, replace the track, and Bob's our uncle, as they say. All right, so make this into a hopper minecart and replace this track. Send him spinning around. Okay, he's picking everything up. Very, very good. And we've already got those guys grown. But that's all we're going to do today on the technical front. That's the only kind of fancy, that's as redstone-y fancy as we're going to get for today, because the next thing to do is we want to start building the basement to our lighthouse. So let's get on over there and get started on that. So we're back here below the lighthouse, and as you can see, I've dug out kind of a tube-shaped tunnel that's going down this way. And I want to tell you kind of what my idea here is. So my thought is that I want to make it look like there's kind of a broken wall right along here, kind of going along with this same pattern we have here, or this same kind of, you know, wall that looks like it's seen better days. We're going to do something kind of similar, you know, like this. Don't want him there. Coming along, maybe like this some, and then, you know, just kind of bringing out a different pattern. And I've actually got some of this stuff cracking. I've got a really full inventory. Let's get rid of some of that stuff. Some of this cracking coming out, so maybe we'll put some crackstone up in here as well. And then I'm gonna come and, you know, kind of make a wall like that, but then kind of leave like a ragged, you know, hole in it, looking like maybe the wall is kind of collapsed at some point. And then behind the wall back here, I'm gonna have, see, it's kind of this tube shape. It's gonna be all filled in, not even as light as that, with kind of a combination of this kind of broken down wall looking stuff and some wood supports with some just chests along the side. And the idea is it's supposed to look kind of like, I don't know, like a sewer or something like that. That was that we've kind of gotten into through this broken wall. So I got to kind of bring it down a little bit as we go, because that hillside gets shorter and it would be breaking through the surface up there, and that white diorite is going to come out. That's just to show me where my ceiling's going to be. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to go for. I want to go for that kind of look, that kind of look where, you know, it looks like it's been broken down. And let's see, I think, yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then we come along here, maybe with something kind of similar, maybe some stone here, some more brick there. And some of this you won't be able to see from this side, but you'll be able to see it from that side. And then kind of have it come down. I'll just mark this out real quick at an angle, you know, like that. And let's put a stair maybe right there. See how this looks. Oops, I kind of broke some of that. Yeah, okay, it's a little short. I think I want to maybe just kind of come out so it's a little bit wider that way. So let's go ahead and put maybe a stairs back in here. How's that looking? Looking a little bit better. And then we'll go ahead and just kind of pattern this around. I keep falling in that hole. Pattern them around. Yeah, put something like that there. Maybe put maybe some cracked here, some more cobblestone right here. Andesite. Maybe a polished andesite there. And you know, actually, I kind of like the way it kind of comes back. I wonder if we just put yeah, I like that a lot. That's kind of this this look to it that we were going for. Put a couple of torches here. Yeah. So my idea is what I'll do is then come around and you can see here how we've got, you know, the snow in the top layers and this kind of brick in the bottom. Oh, and I'm growing these so I can use them for some mossy stuff down there later. We'll get to that in a bit. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to do 2 layers of snow kind of coming across. And I think what else I want to do is get rid of this and grab, is that spruce? I think that's, I use spruce. Yeah, I use spruce for that. So a little more spruce than those 2 I had right there. There we go. That looks pretty good. So we'll come and, you know, break him out and go the same thing down below these 2 guys once I move those chests out of the way. And then coming right across from here, we have, let's see, yeah, 1, 2, and then the exact same thing. So we'll mirror that over here. And then, yeah, put snow blocks up in here and do more of this kind of patterned, broken up looking stone stuff. You know, not wanting to make it too overkill, but just making it, yeah, just making it look kind of worn down, going across like that. And we'll have to think about what exactly we want to do in here as well. I'm not sure how I want to decorate this room, but the storage room is going to be back here. It's going to be this, come through this kind of broken hole, and then there's going to be, I'll have to work around, that's going to be outside, I'll have to work around that. There's going to be kind of chests along here, chests along here, chests along here. All stuff you can use. And actually, I should say that the kind of idea that I'm going for here, if you remember earlier episodes, we were in the Nether, it's kind of like the Nether tunnels, the overall shape that I'm going for with some kind of struts on the side. But the look is going to be different because those are meant to look kind of nice and slick. This is meant to look beat up and run down. So that's what we're going for. So let me get a few more a little bit more of this stuff in. Maybe let's go ahead and put, yeah, stair right there would be nice. And we might go ahead and put that those snow blocks I was mentioning in, and maybe dig a little this out a little bit more and start in with a little bit of the pattern and come back and show you what that looks like. All right, here's the first kind of segment in. It's a little shorter than I would have liked, but I think in order to deal with these kind of dropping off, I needed to make it this size. But yeah, you can see there's this kind of just rough wall back here. Some of it's brick, some of it's patched up. Kind of goes down into this kind of circle, and then we've got this kind of wooden frame on the inside that is holding it up. And I just noticed I am missing a block right there. Yeah, that's right. That looks better. Yeah, so let me show you what I want to do with the floor. I'm actually pretty excited about this floor idea. So let me just kind of show what the idea is. And it's a little more than I meant. I want to look like the floor look like it's you know, there's water kind of running on it. So I'm going to put a bucket of water down there, and then I do want to kind of scatter a few stones. So I got some slabs. I put one there. Let's see, maybe put a didn't mean to throw that. Pick him back up and put yeah, one right there, and then hop up and get myself some glass on the hot bar. And I've got black and gray. I'm not entirely sold on the black. I like to look at the gray. Maybe gray and something else, but I'm kind of scattered around, so it looks kind of yeah, kind of, there's different things going on. Let's take that out and put him back. Yeah, and so it looks like there's kind of water running down there. There's like a little rock there in the way, and you have the feeling like you're actually kind of walking through a sewer. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do it here. I might chop those out and then just let it drop down natural, or I might try something different. You do it more manually, but yeah, I like that a lot. I like the effect. I'm not sure I like this black glass here. I might change that out. But yeah, that's going to be the idea. And then for the idea for the storage is we'll come along and we can put chests, say, right there, and a couple more right there. And I don't have enough, but then what I thought I'd do is actually leave this free like that and then mirror it just above. So you can kind of see what's going on, on either side, but it's not kind of right up, it's not right up in your face, but you can see that there's some texture there. And that's why I didn't worry too much about, I mean, a little kind of scattering here, but I'm not too worried about those stairs because they're mostly hidden by these chests. And then we'll come down here and we'll do it again, and we'll just kind of repeat that pattern over and over. And then I think I also want to put some iron bars like this, and maybe just every so often they can kind of not be all there, like that one doesn't come quite to the top, for instance. So yeah, that's the plan. Now there's one other thing that I want to do. I think this will look real nice as well. I haven't done the roof, you see. But what I want to do is kind of come up like this, and we'll put the same kind of just mixed up roof like what we've been doing. Let me get some brick on my hotbar too. That'll help. Yeah, but now let's see. Let's leave this one open for it, and put a brick there. Put a brick there. Maybe too much. Yeah, there we go. And maybe some cracked right here. That looks pretty good. But now what I want to do is come up one more block like that, put a water source in here, and then let's try it with andesite maybe. I don't have any andesite. All right, cobblestone it's got to be. Cover it right up. And you see then we get those little water particles. And so it feels, the idea is we'll do that not on every block, but just here and there, maybe a block there, maybe over here. We'll do it for a couple of blocks over. So we could do it maybe both of these. I got to be careful that I don't go too high, of course, but I'm out of water. So yeah, let me go grab some water. But yeah, and then you get the kind of sense as you're walking through that you really are in a dank area because there's water dripping from the ceiling. And I do want to start using some of that andesite and also swimming back up. Okay, there. So there's water under those two blocks. So yep, there's a little water particle right there. We should see a few of those dripping down. We should see some here too, because that water source should spread over. But it's just it's up to the random number generator what we're going to see, one or the other. But yeah, so I like that a lot. The drips and all that, and we've got the chests in here. Now, looking at this is all glass. There's iron bars here and here. The only spots inside this tunnel that are going to be spawnable are going to be right along here. So I do want to make sure that these are lit up enough that nothing will spawn on them. So maybe I can put, yeah, that looks pretty good. That should keep this well lit. But I want it to be, fairly dark overall, because again, this is meant to look like, this this wall got broken through and you're now coming down into the sewers and you're walking on the sewers. So that's the idea. Haven't shown it to you. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch more of this off camera, and we'll come back in a little bit and see how it looks. I put a fair more bit of this in now, as you can see, and I gotta say, I think it's looking pretty good. I had to do a few things. I pulled out that black glass and I put some brown in. I like it better, but I am kind of toying with the idea of just going gray all the way through. I haven't decided on that. I'll think about that more. And as you can see, although here I have it kind of round, so it comes out and in and back out. As I come down here, I got less of that. I found when it was kind of dropping down this fast, if I went like that, it looked like I had a checkerboard pattern of chests. So this kind of looks better for the dropping down, and then back here we're back to this kind of pattern again. Now I haven't put the chests over here. I did put a little bit of what's it called, vines here, because I thought it might look kind of nice. Now I can't, where the vines are, I can't also have the chests, but I did that in part because I'm thinking what I might do now is break through this wall and then make a kind of little side room, little, carved out cave chamber thingy off of here, and then put in like an enchanting table in there, and maybe do some, I don't know, maybe do some potion brewing stuff there. I haven't quite decided. And I haven't quite decided how far down I want to take this yet. So, I mean, it's not huge, but it goes down a little ways. But this is I already have, I think, 32 double chests in here, and I just don't think I want to fill all this storage space up. So if I go down any farther, I'm going to want to do something different with that space. So I'm still thinking about exactly how I want to accomplish that. A little bit of leg to go out for those blocks to get picked up. And then what I think I want to do whenever I get to the end of this is I want to kind of put in what looks like a cave-in of some sort. So I'll just kind of, well, I don't quite have the right blocks on to show what I mean, but let me go and grab some real quick. Okay, I'll show you using this spruce here, although I think it probably would look better actually with oak logs, even though we're using spruce in here. But just kind of have like something, looking kind of like that. That's not great, but it gives you kind of the idea. Kind of like there's this broken down log that's kind of fallen across, and maybe another one. And here's where it'd be useful to have different, I think, kinds of logs. So you can kind of see which one's which, and then maybe like a oak one kind of coming down at an angle as well. And then back behind it, put in just, cobblestone and maybe a little bit of smooth stone, but not a lot. And then gravel, no gravel on me. But, and then kind of on top, use stairs to make it look like it's kind of, resting on there, and maybe even kind of come down in front and do a little bit like that, just make it, this isn't looking great, but it kind of gives you the idea. Make it look like there's been a kind of cave in and there's all this rock and rubble and stuff that's in the way. So that's how I want to end it when I get down to the end. But I haven't decided how far down I want to take it. This might be about how far I want to go. Maybe what I could do as well, I'm going to toy around with kind of breaking through this wall. I could also toy around with kind of just putting one more level of this, units here, of these 6 in here, that goes down a little ways further. And then kind of in that area, putting in the enchanting table setup and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't really decided. Still kind of thinking about that. Now it is a bit brighter in here than I want it, more bright than I want it, but it is about as dark as I could get away with it, while making sure that all of these spaces here weren't going to be spawnable. And also you'll notice I pulled out those spruce planks and put the spruce logs in instead. I think it just looks a lot better. It looks a lot more like they're kind of holding it up. I might try a different kind of plank, but actually I really like it. I like it's dark without being super dark, and it really gives a kind of nice contrast against the stone. And it's different, the chests are kind of a lighter wood. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it is right now. So I'm not thinking I'm going to kind of go around changing it a whole bunch. But yeah, that's what I've got done so far. So I'm going to have to go away, I think, now and have a harder think about exactly what I want to do here, how far down I want to take it, and and so on. Just saw some drips. I've kept, as you can see, I've kept this kind of drip pattern. Putting the water in the ceiling, I really like it. I like it. Really makes this kind of makes the ambiance right, I think. But yeah. So let me think about that and go ahead. I already had that on me and chop these down. I probably don't need a whole lot of vines, to be honest. They really are best, just as a kind of little detail here and there. It's the sort of thing you want to overdo. But, I don't think, I don't think I want that. I think right there, let's go ahead and put some, oops, not some of that, some logs back there. Take it all the way through. There we go. And yeah, you can't see it up top, so it's only kind of down there at the bottom. It doesn't show up there, so it's only right there. But yeah, it looks a lot better like that. But, well, great. So yeah, I'll go away. I'll have a think about how exactly to proceed from here, and we'll come back and take it from there. Okay, this is looking about done, I think. Come down here. I decided to go ahead and put chests all along here and come one more unit down. And then this second unit here came down. You see it ends up with that kind of collapsed cave-in that I was talking about. And I left some dirt in there, and there's just some kind of broken beams kind of going up at an angle and back. And yeah, so it looks like you're all kind of stuck down there. No way to get through here. But I came over and made a little kind of access tunnel or something off to the side. I thought, here's where I'll put the brewing stuff. And this here is actually, you see the corner here, and you can't really get in there, but that's actually a, whatchamafidget, a infinite water supply, so all the water you want right there. And I have a cauldron here, although it's multi for looks. I don't use cauldrons when I'm brewing because you got to keep filling them up. You can just fill the bottles up right here. So I'll put, brewing stuff in here. I'm not planning on doing a whole ton of brewing. I'm not, big into potions. In places where I do want to use it, like at the Blaze Farm, I'll just put a single kind of auto brewer up there. So I'm not putting a big, auto brewer or anything in here, but just something. So if I want to cook up some potions, I got the stuff for it. And I got some netherwort growing here in this little alcove. I like it. I think it looks kind of, I don't know, creepy a little bit, maybe. That's what I'm going for anyway. And I put just one vine right there, and it is grown. And I don't know, I don't really want it growing down to here, so I'm going to have to put something, because maybe some string there, so I can still access the water. And there's this door back here that's all kind of barred off. That's, who knows, condemned back there or something like that. And I might still come and maybe break through this wall and maybe just pull out some of the chests and put kind of a hole here, doing something similar, but maybe a little less. This is kind of big and light and airy. Maybe something is a little more kind of small and dank looking even from there. But it is pretty light. I probably could get rid of some of these torches. I do think they kind of add to the ambiance, to be honest. Although this one will probably look better if it's over there. Just in this little area. It looks like this is meant to be lit up, meant to be an access tunnel. It's been abandoned. Maybe like one of them was missing, and yeah, something like that. Whereas this is actually the sewer itself, and it should be, I'm using it. I'm putting some chests in here. I'm using it. But yeah, and I thought, I was thinking about it. I am a pirate, as I said before. I'm a penguin, but I'm a pirate. And so maybe this is like a smuggling area. So I've got the lighthouse. It looks like I'm being all helpful and useful as a lighthouse keeper and all that. But really kind of down here, I've got all this smuggling operation going on, kind of through this broken wall here in the sewers, hiding out. Who knows? Maybe that's the way to think about it. But yeah, and I've cleaned out this room. I still got to think what to do with that, but I don't think we can do it today because I just looked at the time, and this video has gotten a lot longer than I'd expected. So I think that's going to have to be it for today. We'll call it an episode. But yeah, we've got, I think, something accomplished. We've got ourselves a little sewer storage system here. Now that I've got it built, I've got to go and store it. I just threw all my stuff in here. I need to get some organization down here, and I'll figure out some sort of system. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, I think. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you coming along. If you enjoyed the episode, please do hit the like button. And if you're interested in seeing, what I'm going to do next here on the server, don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I will thank you and see you next time.